suggestions on when you're starting out your dating phase, what do you think are some very important questions to ask initially?
That's some good.
Well,
That's a lot of
I
questions
mean,
to
for me,
ask.
I've always been. I think I've said this before. Money, sex, and religion. Those topics need to be, and of course nowadays even politics. But like, but
Politics and religion almost the same
right,
thing these
right. That's what I'm
days.
saying. So
That part.
yeah, but money, sex, and religion, and really understanding where you all stand in that regard, your finances, your intimacy, and then your faith and practice. What do you believe in? What your spiritual walk is, because if you have to be in alignment with those things, in those things in particular, I feel like those things are foundational. And then I, of course, believe in conflict resolution, or how do you deal with conflict from the early onset? How do you deal with disagreements? Being able to know those things about who you're with is important. Knowing how your person deals with adversity, what type of support, how do you give support, right? Some people like affection, some people don't. Right? Some people like one of the things that I had to learn with her in terms of conflict resolution is that okay, yes, like I started some stuff and and some, but I learned a lot, right? Because I knew how I used to deal with resolution or trying to resolve a conflict was that I wanted the answer right then, right now. Let's deal with it. Let's
Yeah.
stop this fight. Let's handle this right now. And I had to learn that that was very selfish on my end,
Yeah.
right? Like
Start some mess and you want me to end it right now?
right,
Right.
right, exactly,
Right.
right. So
I'm mad.
right.
I need a
and,
day.
and she needs time, right? And I have to be willing to give that time
Yeah.
and give her time to process, right? And then she's like gonna take like 3 weeks, but
Right,
she
just a
needed time to
day,
process.
yeah.
Yeah, and I realized that that's how she deals with it. She doesn't necessarily like to deal with things head on like I did, right? And even as we've grown now, we were just talking about this in the car yesterday,
Yesterday.
right? Like we just talk
Yesterday.
about, and again, like these are the conversations that I'm willing to have with the love of my life is that you can be able to talk about what do we learn from each other, like how do we influence each other, what has changed between us now that we're in each other's lives for the long haul.
Yeah.